Right, let's all play. Hi guys, today I'm going to go through the intro and the outro to the awesome Frank Turner track Mittens, and this is going to be the acoustic version, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you through it, and then I'm going to play it for you slowly. I'm going to show you my left hand one time, and then I'm going to show you my right hand as well, so that you can see what I'm doing on both. I can't do it at the same time because I have neither the cameras nor the editing ability to do it. Mostly the second one, to be honest. So I'm going to assume you know roughly how it goes, although I will play it later. But yeah, this is basically how it's going to go. It's in kind of 4 sections. The main thing is going to be the bass note, which is a drone throughout each section. So in this first section, the drone note is a G note, which is 3rd fret on the E string. I'm going to play that with my middle finger on my left hand, and I'm going to actually pluck that with the thumb, okay? But what we're going to do then is we're also going to play a melody. Okay, that's going to be our melody on the first section. So we're going to try and put those two things together, and I'm going to try and explain it to you as best I can. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play the G note, which is our drone note, and then we're going to play an open G, which is 3rd fret, 3rd string up from the bottom, which is the G string. That is going to be plucked with my index finger, whilst I play the bass note with my thumb. Okay, so when you see the close-up of my right hand, you'll see that. And I'm going to play them 2 at the same time. Okay, then I'm going to play 2nd fret on the G string, which is an A note. I've just realised I'm going to throw in a bass in between those 2 as well, as you could hear that time. So I'm going to go play the G note up here and then the open G string, then throw in the bass note, and then play that A note, which is 2nd fret G string. Okay, and that's going to be a theme of this whole thing, so you have to be very careful with what fingers you use in your right hand, because your thumb is constantly droning, which is what that's called. Then I'm going to do another bass like that, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my ring finger to play this 3rd note. It's the 3rd fret on the B string, but first I'm going to play it open, so it's going to be a B note, then it's going to be a D note, okay? Now this is a bit interesting because we don't have a bass note in between, we play them both with bass notes. So it's going to be a little bit faster. Then we're going to play another bass note. I'm going to then play open E string and then that drone note, then the bass on its own, and then I'm going to play the G note there, which is 3rd fret E string. So we get this. Then I'm going to keep the drone going on. Okay, so. And that's basically the first section, and that pretty much sums up how it's going to go for all the sections. On my right hand there, the thumb is doing that drone note. The first finger is going to do the G string, middle finger is going to do the B string, and ring finger is going to do the E string, and I'm going to keep that consistent throughout this piece. Okay, so that's how I can keep it going. I don't have to concentrate on my right hand because it's all done, because I'm set, I'm not moving it. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't talk today, it's really quite embarrassing, but I'll keep going, keep persevering. So the second section is going to be the same idea, but this time the drone note is the open E string. Hopefully when I twang it, you'll see it move. Well, just about. And we're going to do the similar kind of thing. So we're going to start the section with 2 open E strings, which is nice and easy to play. Then I'm going to play that bass note again, which is the open E string. Then I'm going to play the bass note along with the G note, which is 3rd fret E string. So, then the bass note again. Okay, and again, the next 2 are going to be no bass note in between. So it's going to be open E string with the bass note, and then it's going to be 3rd fret, this D note, 3rd fret on the B string, again with the bass note. So we got then another bass note, And then it's going to be open B string and then the open E string. Then the drone's going to continue. And I'm going to let everything ring out as much as possible. That's another thing that he definitely does on this. Sounds cool. That's why. Why not if it sounds cool? So you can probably guess what we're going to do next. We're going to do the same idea, but the bass is going to move. This time we're going to play the bass on this 3rd fret A string, which is a C note. Oh, I got that completely wrong. So that's kind of the section. Hopefully I'm going to be able to teach it to you correctly. That was really embarrassing. Right, so C note, 3rd fret, A string. So that's what my thumb's going to be playing on my right hand now. I'm going to use my middle finger here, as you can see, to play that note. And then I'm going to start by playing that and the open E string, just as we did before. And then I'm going to play the bass note. Then I'm going to play that G note. Then I'm going to play the bass note again. So it's bass note plus open E string, then bass note on its own, then bass note plus 3rd fret E string, which is G note, and then the bass, yeah. And then we're going to do the same idea as before. We're going to move without having a bass note in between, and that's going to be open E string, 3rd fret A string, and then it's going to be 3rd fret B string and 3rd fret A string. Then I'm going to throw that bass note in again, so it's going to be so. After that bass note, we're then going to play the open B string and we're going to play that bass note again. So I don't know why it's taking me so long to explain that, because it's basically the same melody as we just did on that E string. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Then I'm going to play that bass note again. Okay, and then I'm going to do this. So that is a little bit exciting, because that's actually almost like the G bit, but we're going to play it with the C bass. So the C bass is there. And that's going to be 2nd fret G string, which is the A note first. Then it's going to be with an open G string. Okay. There's no bass in between those, just so you know. Then we're going to transition back to that original bass note, but we're going to play the C note there and the D note there. So it's 3rd fret B string, 3rd fret A string. Then I'm going to play a bass in between, and then I'm going to move to the, which is going to the G note, which is going to be a 3rd fret E string G note, and then the open B string down there. Okay, I really don't feel like I've explained that very well, but hopefully you're more intelligent than me and you can actually understand the gibberish that I'm saying. So it's going to be okay, so I'm actually throwing in a couple of bass notes in between. There's a couple of bass notes after this. Then I go to that C note, D notes. And then what we're going to do there, now there's no easier way to do this, we're just going to have to stretch. Having watched the video, this is how he does it as well, it's how Frank Turner does it, so I don't feel too bad about doing it this way. My middle finger is going to stay on that G note, my first finger is going to stretch back to this C note down here, which is 1st fret B string. Okay, so that's basically, we've moved to here. We keep that G note going, that's the drone note for a little bit. And that's how he does the outro basically. So it's going to be G note plus the C note, which is 1st fret B string. Then it's going to be G note plus the open B string. Then we're going to play G note plus the A note, which is 2nd fret G string, not 3rd fret. Then it's going to be G note and G note, which is going to be the open G string. Okay? And that's how he actually plays that in the outro. Like that. Okay, in the intro, it's almost the same. He does the first 3, then he does a couple more of the drone notes, then he's going to do 2 G notes, basically 3 times through, okay? So that's the whole thing. Hopefully I've explained it well. The main thing to remember is actually what you're doing with your left hand is almost less important in some ways than what you're doing with your right hand, because the thumb is constantly going with those drone notes. And so what you're doing is you're playing the melody alongside that. It's a really good practice for being able to do that, being able to do a bass and a melody line. It's really great little piece to practice that. And of course, as I said, it sounds fantastic. So I'll just try and play it through without fluffing it up. This might take me about 15 attempts the way today is going, but I'll give it my best shot. And then, as I said, I will have an amazing cut that you won't even notice that I've cut, and I'll move to my right hand and I'll play it through again so that you can see what I'm doing. So intro and then outro, which is almost exactly the same. Okay. Hi guys, thanks for watching. I just thought I'd stick this on the end just to say thanks for watching to the end. Very impressive. And yeah, if you could like, comment and subscribe. I'm just going to say, if you'd like me to do the rest of this song and do the whole chord sequence and the rhythm and everything, just let me know in the comments and I'll put that together, and hopefully I'll do it without confusing myself quite so much with like the names of notes and strings, because that's just embarrassing. But anyway, it's been good fun, even if it's been a bit silly. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Awesome. See you later. Bye.